Hey guys, welcome back to the Bracket Life brand YouTube channel. It is January 2026 already. A lot of crappy weather, snow on the ground, but the race shop's full. So figured it's been a little while on here, so we'll give you a little update, right? We'll go through the race shop and see what's going on. First over here, we got the new engine rack. Lots of stuff going on. Blower engine there. A few blowers ready to go. The engine of Daniel's Dragster. Those ones are sitting there. They're ready to go down to Ogilvy's Performance, just down the road, to get rebuilt and assembled, set up, ready to go racing. This year we have Dave and Pam ready, hanging out. Got Dave's Vega. Not necessarily all tore apart. Back wheels are off. It's up in the air. Dave's got, I don't know, what do you say, 16, 17 pounds of rubber he took off this year. So he said it was better than what last year's was. Last year's 2024, he took off 21 pounds of rubber. So now he's down to 17 pounds for 2025. So, yeah, cutting back on the burnouts a little bit. I said I was disappointed in Dave, but that's fine. We have some customer stuff here. Some friends of ours, Mark Gilmet, Dragsters set up both of these. This one here, Troy Davis' old car. We assembled it in the summer. If you were at the racetrack or happened to see us, we took Rachel's engine, put it in here for Mark when he had some engine troubles, the end of August, start of September. And they were able to race it the rest of the year. Now that's apart. We're going to clean this all up. Get some updated parts, things like that. Give it a going over and make sure it's good for that. Good for them for 2026. Engine's down at the engine shop, getting all put back together. This one here, if I can figure out how to get into it. Sorry, the maze of whatever 8 dragsters that we have here and some customers' vehicles and everything else. There's a lot going on. Mark's dragster, this is his original dragster with blower motor set up. We're going to go through this. Mark hasn't had it out in a while, so we'll go through it. The engine will be coming out. We'll go through the whole chassis, make sure all the wiring's good, things like that. Everything's good and safe for him. Put it back together and, yeah, let him go out and have some fun. Right here, Pam Rennie's dragster. Dave's got it in pieces. Pam hurt, dropped a couple of valves at the end of the year in Naperville. So that's tore apart. Heads are off, as you can see. Heads are off, so we'll change. I think he's going to plan on changing the pistons in there. If he is changing them, they weren't that bad, but grenaded some valve springs pretty bad. So he's figuring out some valve train issues. We'll roll on next. Got Mama Vic there. Not a whole lot getting onto Vicky's car. We made some big improvements to this car last year. The Big Bubba tire hanging out there. Obviously huge, there's a reason why it's the best drag race tire for dragsters doing what we're doing, bracket racing. So yeah, not a whole lot going on for Vicky. Mike's engine's getting ready to come out. It'll just get refreshed and gone through. Been a couple years for that. These two, already empty ones. So Ashley's and Daniel's dragster, the one that I will be driving again this year, the Duke there. Daniel's didn't move last year. It kind of just sat here, so whatever was hanging out. And now it's up on the stand. I'm going to go through. I think I'll take we'll see. I think the blower motor's going in here, so we'll go through. We're going to take that rear end apart, check the shocks, everything like that, make sure it's all good and ready for some more power and speed. Ashley's lost oil pressure at the end of the year in Naperville as well. Kind of a carnage weekend for Pam and Ashley's dragster. Just Daniel and I took it with Rachel's car, and we were racing it in Naperville. And then, we started up Sunday morning and just had very little oil pressure. So we shut it off, left it there. It's down at the engine shop now. I'll show you a video, actually. I took some videos of pulling some race engines, so we'll add this in somewhere in the video. But yeah, it's down there now. Started to spin some bearings. Nothing's really hurt. Like we didn't wreck a crank or nothing like that. So it's good. So yeah, we'll go through that and get her all fixed up. But it was working really well. At the end of the year, we put some smaller tires on this. It picked it up a boatload, but it was shaking the wheels a little bit. But it's all part of the fun. So yeah, we'll figure out what we're going to do with Ashley's car for next year. Like the same engine's going to go in, but we'll figure out some suspension stuff or if we're going to make any changes. But the car's ridiculous good, so hard to change much. This here, the makeshift cover, the garbage bag there. I'll show you I'll take this off and then we'll go through kind of what's going on with this engine here in Rachel's car. So I got the bag off, so you can see obviously we have a cylinder head taken off, this unit. And when we take the cars apart at the end of the year, if we winterize them, I've made a video on this before. Maybe I'll add some more stuff in here later on, or I'll do another winterizing video if people are interested in that. But yeah, so each year we bring them in, winterize them, flush the fuel out of the carbs, make sure everything's all good, check the valve lash, take all the spark plugs out, wash the cylinders out with like WD-40, roll it over, take the converter bolts off, flush the fuel system out, drain the tanks, things like that, just so that it sits and then we're not causing any problems over the winter. And we do a leak down test on all the engines that we do take apart. Or instead of taking them apart, we just do the leak down test, see if we need to disassemble it. Well, this one, number 1 cylinder, right here, right there, had a bad leak down, was leaking 30% by, and so we weren't very happy with that. Figured, okay, well, let's pull the head. Hopefully, we just have a little problem. Maybe there's a piston ring or something wrong. We can fix that in the car. Less work, right? We have a lot of stuff going on with the new engine shop, with obviously having this many race cars all around. There's a lot of stuff happening. So the less work that we have to add to our schedule, then the better, right? To make it survive because time flies, right? We're at home. I got 2 kids. Everybody else is busy. Shop across the road or across the parking lot is crazy. So, we were trying to avoid that. Got the head off. Well, cylinder 1 looks good, so we're not sure what's kind of up with that. As we were doing it, I was checking. Let me flip you around. Just checking everything over. We got a little bit touching there on the bottom of the pistons, right about here to the head, but nothing crazy. I just happened to pop a lifter out as I did it, and then you can see, zoom in, we got some sparklies there, and a bad little roller at the bottom that's obviously been hitting. This is what it's supposed to look like, and this is what this one does look like. So not great. We can kind of see in here, I don't know if you'll be able to see in that, I can't with the flashlight, but believe that cam is gonna, the cam's gonna need to be replaced. It's beat up from the lifter. So we did find, let me just get that back in there. Before the final race at Naperville, was going through, changed the oil, checked the valves, did all that stuff. I had one valve or one rocker, a lot of play, a lot of slop. I was really nervous about it. I'm like, we're driving the lifter, we got a problem, it's all bad. I took the rocker apart, checked it. Well, the bearings on the rocker shaft had wore out, or started to wear out and was making excessive play. We weren't having necessarily problems yet. So I'm like, okay, perfect. I found it. That's not our issue. Replace the rocker, put a new unit on, went to the racetrack. The car was fine, right? Did well. It worked. We were runner-up Sunday to Andrew Sturk. So we did all that, and that was fine. That's all good. So really, there was no reason for worry of that until we got into here. So whether I believe the rocker, the bearing must have wore out, or that's what we think, I guess, first a little bit, and then just started pounding up and down on the lifter on the cam. is what it is. Make a bunch of runs like that. You know, whatever. It all happens quick, and that's just race cars, right? They like to fight. So that now, that's what I'm actually doing today, is going to pull this engine out and get it ready to go down to the engine shop. Kind of works out that we start destroying all this stuff the same, you know, and then we end up bringing an engine shop in just down the road. So works out, is what it is. It's not great because I don't like having to work on this stuff and spend a bunch of money to put all that together. We've got a boatload into that engine, but that's racing, right? We put a bunch of laps on. Not huge. I think it was like 260 runs on that engine last year. So it's enough, right? But, you know, we've done whatever in 2019, 2018, we were doing, you know, upwards of 400 runs a year. So, yeah, just all part of the fun and games. So let me get to this. As I start pulling that out, I'll put some videos here of some fun stuff we were doing before, pulling Mark's engines out. Mark's engine, not engines. But yeah, pulling Mark's engine out, pulling Ashley's engine out. And yeah, we'll reconvene when I have this other one sitting on the floor. Well, we got so far, so we ended up just pulling the engine out. But that's about it for today. Sunday, it's about 4 o'clock. And yeah, I'm home. Home for the rest of the night. And get ready for the week. Get ready for the fun. Come, we'll hang out with the girls for the rest of the night. All right, thanks guys for watching. We'll see you again soon.